So we go now. Who is taking the first question? But please, before we go, let me, as usual, find out the first question. Coach Michael, you're welcome to Nigeria. What are your expectations for tomorrow's game?
First of all, thanks a lot for invitation. I have a choice. Which microphone? Okay. First of all, good afternoon to everybody. Thanks a lot for the press conference. Yes, the expectations we can see when I see already the number of the press attendance, it will be tomorrow a packed house, I suppose, and exciting, thrilling game, and between two good teams, and hopefully a very fair game, no injuries, and good match officiating. They're also under pressure and in such situations, and that we have a real nice and good football match tomorrow, and better team should win.
Okay, thank you very much. Questions? Okay, you go first. Go first.
Okay, Coach, welcome. My name is Babaji Doriba for legit.ng. Coach, you're facing the current African Footballer of the Year, Ademola Lookman. Of course, Victor Osimhen is one of the best strikers right now in the world. How do you want to face them tomorrow?
Well, you are right. You have very good players, very big names in football, but names and individuals doesn't make automatically a top performance on the pitch. We will definitely look at their strong points. We try to prevent them, to exploit them with our own team, and try to exploit their weak points. And of course, I cannot give you now the tactical insights we have in mind, but we will definitely give our best, work together as a team with a great team spirit, as in the games before, with Micael captaining the team. I'm very happy to have him here, and I'm sure it's going to be a thrilling match.
Okay, one. Please go ahead. Quickly, we don't have time.
Hi Coach, good evening. My name is Toyosi from AfricFoot.ng. There were reports that your team was promised $300,000 if you win against Benin Republic, 150, and if you win against Nigeria, another 150. You've lost the first one now because you drew. So this, yes. You played 2-2. So you're playing against Nigeria now. Are you under some kind of pressure that, of course, you're playing a bigger team, facing Lookman, facing Osimhen, Iwobi, and the likes? Are you under some kind of pressure?
Well, first of all, it's pleasure and not pressure. Because I was yesterday in our hotel. After our dinner, I walked down, and there was a band playing. And you know how many spectators and people interested? I think one person. If you ask them if they will be happy to play in front of a big crowd and against maybe competing with other bands for a prize, they will say, of course. If you decide to work in football as a player, Marshall, I'm sure, will confirm that, or as a coach, and you feel pressure from that, then you shouldn't decide to do that. No? I think it's exciting for every player. We all remember the COVID times, how it was in football, and the more people are here, the bigger the names, the more exciting it's going to be. I don't see it as pressure. It's for us. We also don't need to feel pity for ourselves to be here to play against your players. I think we are also a good team, and we can have our self-confidence and our self-belief, and based on our performances. And let's see which team will be tomorrow the better one.
All right. Okay, Mighty, go ahead. Go.
Hello, Coach.
Please, I also want to remind you, there is Captain Marshall on the seat, please.
Yes. Hi, welcome to Uyo, Nigeria. Captain, this for you. My name is George, by the way. we're in the second half of the qualifiers. Teams are desperate. It's just like when you're nearing the finish line of your league. Teams want to win at all costs and all of that. How much of does qualifying for the World Cup mean to you? How desperate are you to qualify? You know, also Nigeria are chasing this dream, haven't fallen back earlier on. Would you want to win at all costs?
Obviously, Nigeria is a much more bigger country in terms of football, but you know, Zimbabwe qualifying for the World Cup would probably be a more historical thing for us than Nigeria qualifying. So that's why I think all the guys want to do something historical, you know, something that has never been done by our country. So this is something that is going to drive us, something that gives us the energy to compete. Obviously, we didn't start the qualifications as we would have wanted. You know, we lost some points away, but obviously us, we don't have the privilege like Nigeria playing our home games at home. So now we take pleasure, like what the coach said, you know, as much as the crowd is going to be there, it's also good for us because we have guys who are playing also internationally. So I think it's going to be a good match for football. So I hope you guys also enjoy and also know that we are not here just for holiday, but we're here also to try and make our own history by all means necessary.
Okay, let's take a woman quickly, and then we'll go ahead.
Coach, I'm actually Michael from Villa Media. Your last game was against Zimbabwe and you drew against Zimbabwe. Do you against Benin? Do you think your draw against Benin gives you more confidence going into this game?
Well, of course, a win gives always more confidence than a draw. But as a coach, you don't necessarily only look at the result. You look also at the performance, how a team performed on the pitch, how they reacted when things don't go well. And there I'm very, very happy of the reaction of the team. I think we played a very good football match. It was from both teams, also from Benin, a very good high-level football match. And we can take a lot of positive things out of that match. Definitely.
Okay, Callistus.
Callistus, African Independent Television. Coach, we are looking at the 2026 World Cup qualifier African series. Realistically, can Zimbabwe still make it to the World Cup? Out of 15 points available, you only have 3. Are you coming here or playing the rest of the matches for national pride, or realistically you think you can still make it to the World Cup?
Well, we always come for national pride. That's a basic thing. When you play a national team, you always have to give your best. Realistically, that depends how you define realistically. I don't know what you think. Until there's still 15 points to play for, and until the games are over, or until there's theoretical a chance, you are obliged to give everything in relation to the qualification process. And even if a team, any team, is not anymore theoretically in the race for the qualification, they are also obliged to give their best because others are competing. Or would you like maybe that then the other teams play with the B team in case it comes to a decisive match? Of course not. We are obliged to give our best in every match and to be fair sportsmen. And as long as we have a chance, we believe in our chances, of course.
Thank you very much, Coach. I'll take Chairman, but quickly, Marshall, do you think the return of knowledge, Musona, is a big incentive to the team?
Yes, I think all of us were happy with him coming back, and obviously the results we've seen in the last game, his experience, his quality, it's always shown on the pitch. He's a leader also, so I think in games like this, you'd always count on him. So this is why also we know when we even play away, we have an upper hand also having such a quality player.
Thank you very much. Quickly.
Yeah, staying with Marcia, looking at your roster, you have some interesting talent in there. Of course, you played for Bantu Wanderers. There is Jordan Zemura as well with Youth Nations. Of course, there is Andy with Cardiff City. Then looking at the table, you guys are probably bottom. Are you disappointed that you're not able to replicate the for the national team? And why is it that, or are you disappointed with where you are right now on the table and thinking that you should have done more considering the talent that is available for you guys?
I think we do have the talent, but I wouldn't say disappointed because, as you know, we were suspended from international football for quite some time. And even when we came back, the first couple of games we played, we only had interim coaches. But since our coach Michael came, we already qualified for AFCON. You know, we produced some good football. We also played against some big countries. So this is something we cannot really say we are disappointed. But now, as you have seen, we are taking good strides going forward. So that's why I think Zimbabwe is actually more proud of us. Obviously, would want to be in a better position, but there's still 15 points to play for. You know, nothing is ever concluded by one game. So I think that's why we come here with a positive mindset, knowing the quality that we have. And you know, these days in football, you can never count out any young and small teams. So that's why I think for us, we also do have that upper hand.
Okay, no, I'll still take the women, please. We have an IOC president.
Okay, with Nigeria sort of having resurrected their campaign with their win against Rwanda, how important is going to be character in tomorrow's match?
I think just like us also, it might look like we didn't have a good game against Benin, but taking that point from them helps us in a good way. So Nigeria on paper, it's the more bigger country. For them, I think losing against us, it's something that even everyone here doesn't even think it will happen. So I think for us, we just have to enjoy our game and play our football. You know, at the end of the day, we are here to represent our country, doing something that has never been done by a Zimbabwean country, qualifying for the World Cup. So I think for us, it's just to enjoy the game and showcase our talent. That's all.
Thank you very much.
Kenneth, I do the Boku Lines first.
Okay.
Yes, it's
okay, you?
Kenneth, I do the Boku Lines first. Coach, your team came back from a 2-goal deficit against Benin Republic. Do you see this as a sign of growth and development as a part of it?
Yes, of course, I see it first as a sign of character. It was actually before already in Cameroon the case, and it could have or should have ended in a draw. So I see it as a sign of character, and character is also skill in terms of development, in relation to development of a team. So yes, I mean, we didn't throw the towel. We were fighting back. It was an open game. We risked a lot because, of course, a win would have helped us more for sure. But it was a very good reaction of the team, and that gives us really some much more self-confidence and self-belief. Yes.
Mohamed Suleiman.
All right. Good evening. My question is for Marshall. Your coach, speaking immediately after your game against Benin, talked about the strength of the Nigerians' attack. His opinion that Nigerian attack ranks are one of the top attacking lineup you have in the world. What do you, as a player who plays in the Premier League and play among quality players like this, against quality players, what do you think about the attack of Nigeria, considering the fact that it might be key for Nigeria in that game, and Zimbabwe has never defeated Nigeria in any international game before? What do you think? Why do you feel that tomorrow might just be difficult?
I think I don't only look at Nigeria on the attacking side. They also do have a very good strong side. That's why I think you guys have even more clean sheets in most of the games. So it's not only about the guys that are up front, but for us, you know, we're always up for a challenge, you know, so this is something that we live for, and history is always meant to be made. So I think in any case, we would always play our hearts out, and whatever comes out, it will come out. But we do also look at the quality they have up front, but we also have quality players who can be able to handle such situations and with the right experience. But for us, above all, we would not respect Nigeria, you know, and just come here and, you know, just have fun, but we'll take it as a more serious game and try to get some maximum points.
Maximum 3 more questions, 1 and the 2 women.
Okay, Micael Annabelle, Christina reports for the coach. Coach, Knowledge Musoma has been absent for 3 years for the national team, but he was called up for the qualifiers. Just how important is his addition, because he scored against Benin? So do you think he's going to be so impactful against Nigeria?
Yes, of course. Marshall already answered a similar question. Knowledge Musona is very important. That's why I got interacted with him to bring him back, because his experience, his leadership skills, and his football skills, his character skills, and he can add value to our team. Absolutely, he adds value, and we are really happy that he's back, and I think he's also happy.
Thank you. Oh yeah, quickly. From Zim.
Okay, coach, are we most likely to see any changes from the team that started against Benin?
I cannot now really reveal that. The starting lineup, That would be too early. We also don't know what's happening until tomorrow. Maybe 3 players wake up sick or whatsoever, or a strained ankle. Way too early, no? Way too early. Even if I would like to tell you, it would be too early.
Yeah, my name is Aishat. So Nigeria, they are going to be playing in front of own fans. Do you think that's going to have any effect on you guys playing in front of your fans? Do you think that's going to change anything? It's for the captain.
I saw it.
No, not really. I think you see most of the players we have, they're playing far away from home in Europe, so playing away games is actually more fun than playing at home. The pressure is always on the home team. If we manage to start very well, then the pressure is on them to try and get a good result. But for us, it's a pleasure for us to be here playing in such a nice stadium and full capacity, so I think we're just here to enjoy the game.
2 more questions, 15 seconds.
My name is AJ, MP Transfer Markets, Captain Marshall. Welcome to Nigeria. And we followed your career. Majority of it has been in South Africa. You played for a team like Orlando Pirates, Baroka, and the likes of them. But most recently, this season, you got to move to the Premier League, the much talked about Premier League, playing for Wolverhampton Wanderers. Do you think your time in England has helped you get some experience to lead the national team of Zimbabwe through the rest of the qualifiers?
Thank you very much. I think I've only been there for about a month or so now, so I can't really say it has helped me, but spending my time in France and in South Africa, playing against some of the big names in football and also sharing the pitch with some good leaders, so I think it's something that you take as you go on. The experience comes from learning from others that you compete with, that you share the dressing room with. So I think in general, African football is much more difficult than European football. They always say it's much more difficult to win an away game in Africa than in Europe, so that's why I think all of you guys are always counting us out. There's always the weather, there's always some funny tricks that do happen in African football. So I think you get experience from playing and from also seeing what other people are achieving.
Okay, final question.
Okay, so coach, Victor from Football Inter.
Hi, Victor.
The last time you played Prince Dube, young African, the best one in the east of Africa. Now, you subbed him at 46 minutes and brought in Chirewa. Does that mean that you don't have faith in him? He's a prolific striker. What is happening?
I think Victor Osimhen was in the last game substituted 70th minute. So you ask the question to your coach and then you come back to me.
Okay, thank you very much, Coach. I'm going to captain. I appreciate you.